Hi everyone, it's LPS Peach. Today I am here with a video that has been requested a few times and that will hopefully be helpful. Since I uploaded my toy store haul video yesterday, I don't know how long ago that will be once this video was uploaded, but if you want to find it, I think I called it LPS Toy Store Haul. Pretty sure that was the name of it. I had people messaging me on Instagram asking how I find cheap LPS or how I find old LPS in general, so I thought I'd share some of the tricks I've picked up and anything that might be helpful to other people looking to buy old LPS that aren't extremely overpriced like on eBay. So my first tip, and number one tip in my opinion, is to look at thrift stores. Thrift stores can either be a gold mine for LPS or you might not find anything, but I'd say every second time I go to the Value Village near me, I find a small package of LPS, which is really cool, and usually they're $3.99, which in my opinion is a super good price. Some are even as cheap as $2.99 for 4 LPS in a bag. So thrift stores are definitely the cheapest option, and I definitely recommend it. Value Village is a super good one, but I know there's like Goodwill, Once Upon a Child sometimes has them. There's a lot of good thrift stores you can go to. Just look online and see if there are any near you, and maybe you'll find some LPS. A lot of people dump their LPS at thrift stores because they're not aware of how much they're worth. Otherwise, I'm sure they'd be selling them online like everyone else. So it's a good place to check if you are on a budget and you don't want to buy $60 LPS off of eBay. My second place to look for LPS is on the Facebook Market, which I'm not sure how new that is, but I only heard about it a few weeks ago. Facebook Market, basically you can decide how far away you want to see search results from. So you can select only people in your town or people outside of your town, and you can search up Littlest Pet Shop and see who is selling them. A lot of times it'll be parents selling their kids' pet shops, and they're selling them for very cheap because they also don't know how much they're worth. So it's a very good place to get them for cheap if you're looking. You'll probably have to drive to their house to pick up the LPS, so make sure you go with a parent or someone you trust. The third place I look for LPS, which isn't always as successful, but it still works, is Kijiji or Craigslist or different sites like that. A lot of people there will also not know the price of LPS, and they'll list them there just as like a cheap lot. And I found a lot of lots from looking on there. A lot of people will also list their houses and stuff, like their LPS houses, for pretty cheap, so it's very useful in my opinion. The fourth place I like to look for LPS is garage sales. I don't do it very often because it's kind of hard to find when there's garage sales around you when you live in a small town like I do, but a lot of people will be giving away their childhood toys at garage sales, which include LPS. If you want to find out if there are garage sales near you, you can actually look that up on Kijiji, Craigslist, Facebook Market, all those types of things, or you can just search up garage sale in your town and maybe you'll find something. Also keep your eyes open when you're driving around town because lots of times people will post garage sale flyers and then you can go check it out. It can't hurt to try. My fifth place that I look for LPS is eBay. I know I just said they're expensive on there, but there are ways to find cheap LPS on eBay. Some people will list their LPS on eBay without knowing how much they're worth, and they'll list them for very cheap, but lots of times those people will misspell LPS, like they'll call them little pet shops or pet shops without the little. So the trick is to search up Littlest Pet Shops but in different ways, like misspell it or leave a word out, and you might actually find a cheap lot that's just been listed by a parent who doesn't really know what they're doing or who doesn't know how much LPS are worth, and it's your lucky day. This works best when it's local, by the way, but you can also do it outside of your city or country or whatever you want. My sixth way I find cheap LPS is by looking on eBay and finding fake LPS. This isn't for everyone because I know not everyone likes fake LPS, but there are some sellers on eBay who make them extremely real. Like for example, this LPS is fake. In my opinion, it looks really well done. Honestly, if I didn't know that the peg wasn't clear, then I wouldn't know it was fake. It looks pretty normal on camera, and in real life, if I put it beside my other short hairs, it looks identical to their style, which is awesome because I bought it from someone for $3. You can find lots of fake LPS on eBay. The way to know that they're fake is usually because they'll be cheaper. Make sure you read reviews too, because lots of times people will attach pictures and some fakes can be very fake looking, but ones like these are great. Like I said, fake LPS aren't for everyone, but if you're not collecting for the value of them and you're collecting just because you think they're cute, I think fake LPS are a great way to go. Another way I found cheap old LPS, as you may have seen on my toy store haul video, is by looking at local toy stores. I didn't know this toy store existed. It's not a chain store or anything, so that might be why I never heard of it, but I actually found the ad for it on Facebook Marketplace, which is why I recommend that. It's a super small toy store, and the woman who runs it collects her LPS from thrift stores and other places. If you look online for toy stores like that near you, maybe you'll find something. I know it's pretty rare, but I didn't know that I had one near me, so maybe you have one near you that you just don't know about. The eighth way that I find cheap LPS is on Instagram. If you look under hashtags like LPS for sale or LPS for trade, lots of times you can find people who are selling their LPS for cheap or who are selling them for just very reasonable prices. I recommend it. That's how I've gotten a lot of mine recently, from trading or from buying them for cheap on Instagram. The thing with that though is you have to be very careful because it's easy to be scammed, so make sure the person is trustworthy and has lots of proof if you're going to try that method. The ninth way that I found LPS for cheap is from friends and family. If you're embarrassed to tell your friend or your family member that you like LPS, you could always always say that you have a little cousin's birthday who's coming up and you want to buy them some LPS, or you could use any excuse like that. Although I don't think filming LPS is anything to be ashamed of, I think I too would feel kind of uncomfortable telling my friend that I still film LPS at the age of 17. So it's totally up to you if you want to be honest and be like, hey, I collect LPS, do you have any you would sell me or give to me? But it's also totally okay to say that you have a little cousin who likes them or something if you just don't feel super comfortable telling them that you collect them yourself. I actually told my cousins that I collect them, and now my cousins and I trade LPS, which is super fun. The 10th thing you can do to find LPS, which I've never done but I've heard worked for other people, is to put up your own ad saying that you're looking for them. On Craigslist, I think it's $10, so it's a little pricey. You can put up an ad saying, looking for old authentic LPS, and maybe you'll get some people messaging you who want to sell them. You never know. You could also maybe put up flyers around your town or post to your Instagram if you don't mind people knowing that you film LPS or collect them. Whatever you think might work for you. So those are most of my tips on how to find cheap, authentic LPS aside from the one tip about fake LPS. Hopefully some of these were helpful to you, and if you have any more tips, feel free to put them in the comments because maybe it'll help someone else. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos from me, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!